gonna kind of dance around the map while they wait. Hey, Ethereum. Welcome to the bonus stream. I'm just kind of waiting a little bit. Yes, Kelly, I am live. I saw that YouTube were actually kind of lurking in Twitch. I saw the messages. But thank you, I appreciate it. Well, mostly. I guess the word alive is a particularly subjective term. But, I mean, I'm here. I'm gonna wait actually a little bit here, because I don't know if other people are going to be showing up. Yeah, I think Ethereum is basically what I'm kind of saying here. Yes, Kelly, I did actually hear about the idea of PS5 games on little carts, which is intriguing. Ethereum, I believe, actually was in the first part of this stream that I was doing. He was in the chat. I was talking to him. I recall. I'll give it another couple of minutes, and then I'll kind of announce what I'm doing here. External hard drive. Oh, that's good. Actually, that's a good question, Kelly, because I imagine the system might have storage of its own, but maybe the idea of having carts instead of discs means that maybe there won't be as much installing, perhaps? Like maybe the games will be kind of more pre-installed onto the carts, and we have to spend less time waiting for that, maybe? Or, I wonder. Okay. Sure, load time, anything else? Actually, yes, I did actually see that about how someone did a comparison, like the loading times between PS4 and PS5, and I believe they said that like the load time was like less than a second. Like, it was some very really rapid amount of time there, which is pretty cool. So now that it's been about 5 minutes, I guess I'll just kind of get going and I'll see if other people show up. But the general gist of this bonus stream is that since last time I should say, we beat Xerox. We beat the game, we saw the good ending, and all is good. Today's bonus stream is going to be a side quest that was actually been added to the PS4 remake, which I'll be showing off, and we'll be starting at the entrance hall. Because if you recall from the last stream, I kicked open a chest that had these lost souls in it, and on today's stream, I'm going to actually be doing the quest for these lost souls. Now, one thing you'll notice at first is that since I kicked open the chest, you'll see that if you look at the little symbols by the level name, you see the check mark, the chalice, and there's a new one that kind of looks like a spirit. There are 19 of these lost souls in the game that you can find and do little side quests for. And since the chest was in the entrance hall, that's where I'm going to be starting this side quest. And I should also say in advance here that since I've already beaten the game, I'm going to pretty much be trying to skip through a lot of these levels and just kind of like powering through a bunch of things here, because we've already seen what the features are. We've seen the bosses and all the cutscenes and all that. And so I'm just going to be kind of doing quickly. So the first lost soul is right over here in the library. Biggest fish ever pulled me into the water, right by the George Lake. You should have seen it. I'm sure those fish are still in there. And here we got our first lost soul. Fisherman Forms. And so, what effectively the souls are going to do is they're going to describe a location in a certain level that you should visit. So in this case, he mentioned a lake in the village, so our first destination is going to be the Sleeping Village. So effectively, this quest is going to kind of bounce us all over the game. Now, the first thing I'm going to actually want to do in this level is I'm going to want to trigger the boiler guards, because that will get the girls off the streets, and it's a bit tricky to do this particular quest if you're trying to be pacifist and not accidentally killing the villagers, because you will have to use some ranged weapons for this. So, as before, just push the barrel, open the gate. Excuse me. Coming through. Excuse me. Coming through. Please don't box me in, that's very rude. Thank you. Oh, hang on. I said don't box me in. Fine. Be that way. Okay. It's a thing. let's get the bus because it will trigger the boiler guards once I walk out the door. And once we do that, things should be a little bit simpler. Because ideally, I would like to try and leave the villagers alive. Not that necessarily matters that much because I already have the chalices, but I want to do it just to be a good guy. Okay, boiler guards are out. It also makes it a bit easier because now I have all the weapons here, like the magic sword and the longbow and the lightning. It means that, like, earlier levels that normally give me trouble, like, say, Scarecrow Fields of the Scarecrows, should be a bit simpler to deal with. So I've already seen the song and dance. Just close the gate. We'll close the little drain there. Let's come here. Open the library. Get the cast. Excuse me. It was very rude. Ouch. I'll just get this started in the meanwhile. Then I'll go do then I'll go ahead and go do the little Lost Soul quest. It is a tricky level, and I'll admit it was kind of maybe a little bit not well recommended for me to do the level or get the chalice as early as I got it, but I can do it. It's not that... As long as you're careful, it's manageable at least. Like I said, I believe it's a level they may expect you to go back to at a later point here when you can actually kill the scarecrows more effectively, but it's fine. So I'm going to want to have maybe X for this. So now we have to go into the little park area over here, because the Lost Soul mentioned a lake. And if we go to this jetty right here, we open the menu, and we use him. Excuse me? I know those fish are still in there. I'll bait them out. You know what? I know I said I was in the villagers alive, but this guy deserves this. So at this point what happens here is that we'll have to deal with all these fish monsters as well as the Melanie Guardians that come out of the lake. Actually, maybe I'll use the longbow because... Huh? There we go. Those fish are fried. You're off the hook. And that's our first Lost Soul completed. So that's the general gist of the side quest. You find the Lost Soul, you take them to where they need to be, and you do a little quest for them. One down, 18 to go. So the next Lost Soul, I believe, is... I'm trying to recall where this one is. I think it actually might be by the villager, by the mayor's house. So I'm gonna head just there. After I heal, after that Mr. Mad was particularly rude. And also, a neat little fun fact about these Lost Souls is that they're actually references to the developers of the game. So this Lost Soul, I believe, is actually kind of over here by the, by these little hay bales somewhere. He's kind of hidden away a little bit. I think over here. Here they are. Have you seen my grave anywhere? I seem to have misplaced it. Perhaps ask the angel. She could give you some pointers. And that's our next Lost Soul. And also, this Lost Soul has another little bonus that I'll admit is, I kind of caught me off guard the first time I did this. And that's that over at this section here, we now have to deal with some additional Melanie Guardians. Okay. So our next location is just the graveyard, where we have to revisit the first puzzle that we saw in the game. We can also pick up the next Lost Soul that's just kind of chilling right over here by the entrance. Hey, tough guy, I've got a proposition for you. Meet me by the old windmill, you know, the one with the broken blade. Speaking of Scarecrow Field. I've already kind of 100% of the game here, but in this stream, I'm going to be finishing the Lost Soul side quest, which would officially 100% the game. But I do have all the challenges. I've seen the ending for the game here. I've pretty much 100% of the game. This is just a little flavor thing that you can do, with a pretty nice reward if you finish it, which I intend to do. So if you recall, the Lost Soul mentioned the angel statue. So let's go talk to Gravekeeper Kambik and do his little thing. My grave must be around here somewhere. The angel can point us in the right direction. And you hit it twice. There it is. Yes, that's the grave. I'll hold on to it better this time. Nobody had better destroy it. There would be grave consequences. Well, actually, though, Ethereum, I believe that I've actually seen that playthrough of it. It's like 40-ish minutes here, but what I noticed there was for that thing is that like for the I saw an 80% speedrun of the game here, and what they did was they actually used a glitch where you can actually like open the inventory at a certain point when you're falling down a pit, and it would actually kind of let you like go out of bounds, and you can do that. So just kind of like finish some levels and speed them very quickly. So next up we have the Scarecrow Fields, we have to go find the broken windmill. Excuse me, coming through, I don't care. I'm looking for the weird little ghost dudes. And this next one's actually just right over here. I'm careless, I left an eye of dragon toad on the floor. Our old cabin is swarming with ants. Be a dearie and stop them flat for me, would you? Yes, I'm pretty sure they patched that the inventory glitch in this version of the game. At least I would hope they did. Oh, I didn't pick up the enough. Right here. There actually is something kind of cool that I want to show off here with this. I believe the filling lawnmower will work for this. But if you actually bring this hay bale over here, I'll just have to use the club, actually. That's not the club, that's a drumstick. Come on, Boopie. If you actually set the club on fire here a second, you can kind of light it. There's a neat little Easter egg actually in this level, if you burn this hay bale. Oops, I'm on fire. Wait, I know how to fix this. Okay, and if you do this, there's a little apple right here. So this is actually a pretty kind of neat little story about from the developers, and it's that there was actually a person there that brought a little green apple into work, and apparently this apple managed to last about 8 or 9 months without rotting because someone actually placed a little paper hat on top of the apple, and from then it was called Mr. Apple, and actually in the credits of the original game it was actually mentioned. If only they'd never moved his magic hat. Yes, if you're in... And Mr. Apple is also described... He's also shown in the credits of the game as well. Well, no, he's actually called Mr. Apple. He's officially referred to as Mr. Apple. If you watch the credits of the original game. Oh, okay, Kelly. Alright. It's a mecha imp. Exactly what it sounds like. So we'll also mention the broken windmill, which happens to be this one right over here. So if we use our lost soul, you can go and talk to Broody. And let's see what he has to say. Alright, tough guy, let's see you handle my new chopper droplet. Make it to the end, and I'll give you something nice. So what this effectively does is we now have to go through a sped-up version of the little obstacle course, which, all things considered, is... I guess it's a little bit scary if you're doing it for the first time, but it's actually not that bad. Guess you made it. Here's the nice thing I promised you. You have very lovely eyes. Tough guys like you probably don't get a lot of compliments. Next up we have to go to Cemetery Hill. We have to find that old little coven that the witches had. can also pick up our next lost soul right over here in this little nook. An awful little hand stole my wedding ring. It fled to the graveyard just past the skull gate. Give that thief a slap on the wrist. Now here's actually an interesting little glitch that I noticed with these rocks, is that for some reason, even though you bash them with a club, you actually can't go through here. Or you can, actually. That's maybe the detection that is a bit weird. I'll get the new club anyway just because it's nice to have. It's weird because I could have sworn that the collision that was kind of trippy. The coven is just past the bookcase. And here we can go have Chan the Enchantress do a little quest for us. Oh, good. The exterminator is here. Let me shrink you down. Mind the growing pains. And here's something that's actually really kind of cool. So basically, all you have to do here is just kill ants. And what's nice though is that they have this neat little extra area that's kind of a smaller version of the coven, which is a nice touch. Actually, I'll make this a bit easier on myself here. I'm just gonna use the lightning because this is pretty good. Hang on. And that's it. So back up the hill we go. I want to find what to club for this. Go for the right moment. Now there is actually a trophy you can get here that you get by kind of going up this hill without touching any of the rocks, which I kind of actually did accidentally, I'll be honest with you. Alright. So now, to get past the Skull Gate, we have to go to the Return to the Graveyard. And this one is actually rather simple. Yeah, it is kind of tricky though. I feel like the easy way to probably do it here is to kind of just like wait for the the regular rocks to pass by, and then you can actually kind of duck. If you notice here, I was kind of ducking in the little corner there at some of the steps here, so that way the red rocks will kind of pass me by. It is tricky though, I will give you that. The next lost soul is kind of just sitting right over here. Let's see what he has to say. I was having a great day. Then my patients murdered me. Now it's a very mediocre day. Let's give those patients a taste of their own medicine. Well, he sounds like a very amicable fellow. I'm gonna want to have the axe for this. And even though I know that video game dogs are kind of exempt from, mercy, I still felt bad every time I have to kill these adorable little woofers. On the top of the hill here, we can go use this next lost soul and do a favor for ye old Olivera. There's the thief. Unhand my wedding ring, you sticky-fingered fiend. And this one's actually pretty simple. All you have to do is just kill the hand right here that has the ring on it. Go red-handed. You really nailed this one, Sir Dan. I'll go to having you club 100 baby seals. Now that's just awful. That is awful. Alright. Boopie is a really evil character in that game, though. Okay. I suppose that's justifiable. In a way. If I'm gonna play a bad guy, I'm gonna be a bad guy. Alright, that's fair enough. Alright. And now, well, Guardians of the Graveyard. Come and play with me. Come on, you. Okay. Our next step is going to be the asylum. So, once more we venture inside the asylum. And now that I have the lightning, this should be a bit easier. So for this one, we have to get to the donut-shaped room that's at the end. So, just kind of throw the axe. Yeah, this level is kind of the hardest one if you're playing this like the first time here. It's especially tricky because the enemies in here are like really beefed up, and they kind of catch you off guard here because even though the models are normal zombies, they're way stronger than they actually look. And this level especially is annoying in the original game because, well, it just overloads you with zombies like you wouldn't believe. Not to mention, you know, frame drops. I love lightning. Also, is it just me, or did they buff it in this version of the game? It seems to be quite a bit stronger than I recall. Lightning is greased. Actually, I like Grease. You know, that was a pretty good musical. Alright. And now for the donut room with all the mad people. Now for this one, you want to actually go to where the gold stories are, and use a lost soul. So let's get and see what Surgeon Sherman has to say to us. The patients are falling ill. Diagnosis: snake bite. And for this one, all you really have to do is it's going to summon a serpent spirit, and you're just going to have to let it go to town on everybody. I think it follows you in here too. Maybe not. Oh, it does. So let's just kind of go let the serpent do its thing. If it decides to stop being on the wall. Maybe it's gone. Off the chest just because. Who's left? Oh, that little guy right there in the doorway. And him too. Alright. And thankfully the Lost Soul is just kind of chilling over here. The treatment appears to be successful. Operation complete. Hi, Mayor. Bye, Mayor. My wonderful pumpkin tower has been invaded by shadow demons. How did those horrible beasts get free? Who could have done such a thing? Next up, Pumpkin Gorge. Alright. Oh. Get in the middle. Get in. There we go. This boss, I believe, is... I'm actually kind of blanking this one. Is it in here? Oh, yes, it is. Okay, here we go. Everyone talks about the Pumpkin King, but no one mentions the other plants. They're the root of all evil. Always watching, waiting, stalking. Right. Now for this lost zone, we have to go to the top of that tower that we need the earth room to open. Let's do that. Excuse me, coming through. See, I'm just gonna lawnmower all of you people. Alright, and now that we're up here, we use the Lost Soul. Peter Pumpkin Weeder. Actually, no, this is Sir Schmidt the Hermit.
These stubborn shadow demons are back. I just want them to leave me alone.
And yes, I'm just watching shadow demons for you to kill.
Thank you, Sardan. You are a true hero. Please find whoever freed those shadow demons and bring them to justice.
I wonder why I didn't give Dan a sight. I mean, it would be kind of cool, especially because the idea of, death and all that, but, actually, that's a good question. That would be kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie, if they had, like, a sight. And once again, time to go root the evil out of this world. Or this level, at least. The magic sword makes everything so much easier. Yeah, a lot to say though. Some of the weapons though in the sequel were actually pretty fun to use, I'm not gonna lie. And time ring, and off we go. And now we have to go pay a visit to the Pumpkin King once more. Yeah. Now, the thing with that game is, if the PS5 lets me use a disc here, because I do actually have the sequel on disc. So if I can use a disc and I can stream, I will eventually do the sequel as a stream, because that would sound like it would be kind of fun. So for this one, all you only have to do is, well, first you have to kill the Pumpkin King before you can do the Lost Soul there. So let's do just that. I'm gonna leave that one last here because I want to be able to actually go for the Pumpkin King when the time comes. Next. Oops, I hit that. Thankfully I'm out of range. All is good. Right, and the last one is over here. I left intentionally. Alright. I'm just thinking right. No, there are only 19 lost souls here, so that means that you won't have to go to Dan's Crypt, you won't have to go to the Ant Caves, and you won't have to go to Xerox Lair. But in Resurrection, that is, the PSP remake, there was a chalice in Dan's Crypt that you could get once you had the club or the hammer. Also, I wasn't paying full attention to where the pod sack was. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's see. Alright, but the entrance... And it also seems to me, you may actually want to, I suppose, like, so I was first thinking of a sequel. Well, it's not really a sequel as much as it is, because technically speaking, Resurrection is the first game, but it's done in a way that it's kind of the same story, but it's done a bit differently. I still think, MediEvil 2 is a more proper sequel, but... Excuse me, I'm trying to heal. And having done that, we can now go over here. You want to go by the house? I'm actually going to go in front of the Pumpkin King. Here we go. And let's go talk to Peter Pumpkin Weeder. Those are the seedy plants. Cut them down to size. And it just spawns a bunch of poisonous plants for us to kill. I think Resurrection is an odd one. That's for. Yeah. It's an okay game. I do actually have the game, but the thing is, unfortunately, my PSP kind of, I can't use it anymore because unfortunately it kind of suffered from battery bloat, where the PSP battery kind of accidentally gets, like, filled with gas, and it pretty much doesn't fit in the system anymore. So, all things considered, my PSP is officially dead, which is kind of sad, actually, but it's a thing. I'm over it. And there we go. Let's pull it down the well. Where's the swamp? Oh. So that's just a memory card going to it. Alright. Oh yeah, it's right by the Pumpkin Witch's Cauldron. I grow weary that noisy phantoms and meddling melodies. Make his organ pipe down before I give him a sound thrashing. Actually, while I'm here, I should go mend the gold shield just in case. So now, where else to go but the Hilltop Mausoleum? And it looks like we'll have to go fight that glass hole again. Got the hammer going. Right. And I shouldn't actually know this, but in this version of the game, you can actually use any weapon to break the spikes here. I think you can only use like a blunt weapon in the original game, but I might be mistaken on that. I mean, can't say really when I try to do it myself, but... And then with the empties, he's gonna come out of that hole right there. Goodbye. My mission there was only a couple. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like blunt weapons. Okay. Lost Soul is, I believe he's over here. Yeah, there they are. Rhino tars are in the maze. Cleanse them of their vile ways. actually, I nearly forgot. Before I do this, let's go see what that Lost Soul has to say. Because he mentioned the Phantom here being especially obnoxious. And well, we have to speak to Trevoranus the Troubadour. He lost his music again. He can't even carry a tune without your help. Find his music sheets and let us rest in peace. And here we kind of have to go play Hunt the Music. So there are 40 music sheets that are going to be kind of scattered on the levels, and we have to find them. And some of them are actually in these little tunes right here. Let's examine all these just to make sure, because some of them do spawn in here. And thankfully none of them are actually in the corridors, like collapse. That would suck. Somewhere else down here, I believe, too. Yep, there we are. I'll do the rest of them before I go trigger the demon. Right. Huh? Wait a second. Okay. Oh. Here? Oh, there it is, okay. That should do it. We'll call you back for future noise complaints. The video sheets and the coffins are what threw me in the first run of the original, as they're the only ones I was missing. So let's see how ridiculous the lightning is in this fight, shall we? Because for a boss, they expected these out of the throwing daggers or the crossbow. This may be lackable. First, didn't know they were breakable, so I think I got one with the hammer. Alright. Let's see. Not as absolutely broken as I thought it would be, but okay. I think the magical ammo actually might be better for this. Oh yeah, definitely. What's interesting though is that they basically let you get the Skull Keegan for next to the level, which, I mean, you really don't have a use for it anymore though, because once you open the Skull Gate back in the Return to the Graveyard, you don't need the key. Like, it's always open. It's strange they kind of programmed it that way, but okay. So, I hope you'll have your thinking caps on, because we're going back to the Asylum grounds, once again. Yeah, he fell, he was a real, I mean, I kind of already made this pun here, but he was a real glass hole. I did say miss it and get stuck on level, I suppose. Well, yeah, but the thing I'm saying to Ethereum is that in the first time you play the level here, that makes sense here because you don't want to be kind of locked out doing the level the first time. But for each subsequent playthrough, you don't need it. Because, like I said, when you go back to that level, the gates are always open. And that's why I'm saying it's strange here, because you don't need it ever again. Yeah, he was a real heartbreaker. I also find it interesting because, like I said in my the second part of my stream here, I never actually understood why they changed the outfits of the Mad Monks, because I know that in the PAL version of the game they wore those robes, but for some reason in the US version of the game, I saw that they kind of wore these like aprons. Like, I'm not sure why they changed that, if there was ever a reason for it, but, well, Jack of the Green, my old friend.
Greetings, Sir Fortescue. My name is Jack of the Green. I am the master of riddles, and this maze is my domain. You are free to leave, but only once you've answered 4 riddles. Puzzles so fiendishly difficult, so perplexingly complex, that no man has ever solved them. Ha ha ha. Now, try my first riddle. At night they come without being fetched. By day they are lost without being stolen.
I still think those kind of like claymation effects for Jack of the Green are really neat. So for this also, you want to stand in the middle of the way here, and bash the Baffler. We'll tell us more. Rhinotars. They're few but tough. To show those beasts some hero stuff. You know... I mean, I guess it makes sense, I suppose, because, I mean, you're kind of beating, like monks or, like, priests. I suppose that. Also, if this monk could please stop beating the hell out of me, that'd be great here while I'm trying to put on a voice. So yes, it's exactly as it sounds here. So now that we've done that here, some Rhinotars are going to spawn in this area over here, and you'll encounter them as you naturally progress through the level here, so it's pretty simple. I should also hit the star bushes that are just kind of back there if I wanted to, but it's fine. Indeed he did. Also, this is way too many enemies that I'm comfortable with. I did get this one in here, right? No, I didn't. Okay. Alright, I got that one. The last two should be, I think, the one over here at this gate. Yes. And then the one at the entrance. Alright. I counted for.
Well done, Sir Knight. But my star riddle was but a trifle. I always like to begin with an easy one. Return hither. You will not find my next conundrum so simple. I live for laughter. I live for the crowd. Without it, I am nothing.
Alright. I'm gonna run the Rhinotaur in here. Let's beat the crap out of him. Where this monk. Or these monks, rather. Now, I think I actually might want to use the small sword for this because I feel like these stones have a bit of a weird hitbox with this. Prep them all here, and we do 1, 2, 4, 5, 3.
Alright.
Here we go.
Yes, it was a clown. Very clever, I'm sure. Return in haste, Sir Knight, for I wish to see the despair on your face when you hear my next cryptic puzzler. Face like a tree, skin like the sea, a great beast I be, yet vermin frighten me.
Okay. And the last Rhinotaur should be in this section. Yep, you can see him right now. Mission accomplished. Oh, would you get out of here? Actually, wait, first let's clear the enemies out. So if we do have any monks trying to kill me. Here's the next lost soul. Let's get them over here. A giant crystal fried my flesh. Hate it when that happens. There's some gold left on my body, but the crystal may not hand it over so easily. Oh, wait. On to avoid the kiddos. Right. Here's me. Just gonna bring this mouse over here. Don't mind me.
Did you spot my bluff? I pretended that riddle was hard, but in truth it was obviously an elephant. This time...
No. Oh, dang it.
The
Alright.
answer to my next vexing enigma has eluded the finest minds of a whole generation. Come to me.
If by finest generation you mean the finest generation of, say, sedimentary rocks, I would believe you.
I tolerate the moon and stars. I can't abide the sun. Banish me with torchlight and you'll see me turn and run.
Oh, lost your gold. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Give that push. I don't think it was that they couldn't get it real, but more that they lost interest in this. Yeah, that's actually kind of I actually like that. They got so sick and tired from that they literally just kept because I'm like, you, sir, are a dumbass. Actually, that brings up an interesting question, though. I wonder if, for example, anytime someone had to go to, into the asylum, that they had to solve these riddles.
Last year. It took me ages to come up with that darkness one. Very well. Outrageous as it seems, my vast intellect has been matched by your badly decomposed brain. Return at once and I shall give you your prize.
Because if that was the case, that would absolutely suck. Or perhaps Jack would just kind of recognize them and be like, You, sir, solved all of my riddles. Very well, you may enter.
You think you're so clever, don't you? Here you are, Sir Clever Clogs. I grant you free passage through my maze. Find your own way out.
I guess I have to use a ranged weapon. Okay. Hit the bush. Hit the bush. There we go. Okay, time for more chess. Oi. Oi. No bishop. Move bishop. Yep. Oi. Yeah. Okay. What could be more hellish than getting trapped in here behind infinite riddles? Oh, I could think of a bunch of things, really. Like, say, the infinite riddles plus perhaps being locked in a straitjacket so you can't hit the clown, you can't hit the little face statues there for the clown, unless perhaps you use your head. And well, now we go deep into the earth, the crystal caves. A very beautiful level. Which incidentally, one thing I actually forgot to mention about the stage here, I mean, I guess you could do that. You can also kind of shoulder barge, I suppose. But yeah, so, I'm sure Ethereum may actually know this, but in case you didn't know, the music in this level, if you were like me and you had the demo discs, back when demo discs were a thing, the music in this level was actually used for the main menu, for the demo of this game. Kind of cool that they kind of, reused it, and improved on it a little bit since then. So the Lost Soul here mentioned a giant beaming crystal. And, well, here it is. And we have the mission for Gavin the Golden. There's my treasure, right where I left it. My body's right where I hid it, where I left it too. The treasure's yours if you can take it. Now, I have to say, you could never pay me enough gold to do this. Because this crystal hurts like hell. So at this point, you pretty much have to just play Ring Around the Rosie and get all the gold that's kind of scattered all over, scattered around the crystal room. Ow. You've got better luck than me, Sir Dad. Or maybe just less skin to fry. I did pick up the room. I did, okay. So thankfully though, because you already have a dragon armor, we don't have to fight the dragon again. Wow, you really want to kill me, don't you? Okay. See that way. Actually, the Lost Soul, I believe, was actually right up here. Yep, there he is, just kind of floating there. Also can cause more if you damage if you mistime it. I guess so, yeah, because like I said, the crystal is an especially damaging obstacle, if you're not careful. I hitch a ride with you, Sir Skeleton? Meet me at the old fort by the ancient pools. Oh boy. Okay. Actually, that's right. Now, we don't actually have to kill the dragon again, but we have to get the star runes from his horde over here, so let's do that. Excuse me. That's one of the instances where it doesn't have a slow tick and constant touch beam damage. Huh. Now let me be careful here because again, in my last part of the stream here, this imp thief was a pain in my ass. So let's see. What do I want to use? I guess I'll give him a shock. Ready for it? Alright. Time for the pools of the ancient dead once again. And it appears I forgot my swimming trunks. Oh well. Alright. So this lost soul, thankfully, is actually rather straightforward. What we have to do is you have to go first and get the axe on for the tentacles. Well, being undead there isn't much the highest. Yeah, I suppose. It helps, though. Still, it helps. And, okay, you, sir, were pain in my ass in the last part. Not this time. Hello, boatman.
Greetings, stranger. I am the boatman. It is I who ferry lost souls on their final journey to the land of the dead. But hold, have we not met before? Sir Daniel Fortescue. Not you too. Thanks to Zarok's memories, I'm up to my eye sockets in lost souls who've woken from the eternal sleep. Business hasn't been this brisk since before they invented sanitation. Look, if you help me to gather up a boatload of 8 lost souls and bring them here, I'll drop you off at the sunken town of Melamine. How's that sound?
Great. Now for this lost soul, we want to head to this fort over here. This little fortification right over here with this gargoyle is. So use the lost soul of Knight McKnight. Please escort me to the base of the ancient battlefield. Just be mindful of the Swamp Guardian. I beat him in a game of tentacle tag and he's a sore loser. So all you have to do actually is you have to go to over there where the chariots are. That said though, this lost soul, when you use it, it'll spawn more tentacles for you to deal with along the way. Which, I mean, it's not that bad. Relatively speaking. Oh dear. Okay. That was pretty good. Alright. Gas room. Get up here, Mud Knight. Get out of here, I said. Be gone. So now we forget. Okay. Get this one here so I don't have to go back here again. Okay, I should be able to make this. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Our next boss soul is just kind of chilling over here on this part of the pool. My fellow prisoners used to call me the fastest runner in Gallows Gauntlet. They wouldn't lie about a thing like that. Fancy a race, Sir Dan? Well, that was rude. This one I'm going to avoid for a second here, because that will despawn the bridge over to the other side, and this jump over here was the bane of my existence in the original version of this game. The first, chain reactions. Because yes. This one I believe is free. So many tentacles! I could actually try to get those heals over there. Might be nice. Hey, stop running where I can't hit you. Rude. Torque would be happy at his unit of explosions. Indeed. He's a great character in Borderlands. And unfortunately, you don't have a throw capacity to do his kind of shouting voice, but, well, whatever. So, Knight McKnight wants to go over to this little platform over here. Thank you, Sir Skeleton. The swab god will get over it. He always beats me at hide and seek. Actually, I guess I could try, but to do his voice. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to do it right now. Perhaps at a later date when I feel like it. It'd be my next stream project, which I will announce fairly shortly. Okay. Let's finish this level up. Oh yeah, Tiny Tina. She's the best character in the game, though, by far. Or just Tina, I suppose. Alright.
How gracious of you. Makes a change to meet a polite young skeleton after dealing with those filthy zombie types. Hop aboard.
Okay. Hi, Lone. Popping in from Major Stream here since regards to. Aw, thank you, Lone, and thank you, and tell Major that I said thank you too. I appreciate his indirect support. So now we have to go back to Gallows Gauntlet. It's not even challenged to a race, so let's do just that. Also, a fun fact here, these enemies are called the Condemned, which I'll admit, that's kind of cool. Both the impaled dudes and also the guys in the nooses, they're all just collectively called the Condemned. Pretty cool. Oh, thank you, Lone. It's okay though, don't worry. Just you being here is support enough. As the mummy goes down. We're condemned. And for this lost soul, let's see. Okay, for this one we have to go by the Dragon Gate. First, let's deal with this mummy over here. He's kind of slapping me kind of hard. All right. Let's also kind of, I guess, let's throw the enemies over here because I'll make the race a bit easier, and there won't be any cheating on the part of the lost soul who just challenged us. Stop it. Stop it. Rude. Let's see. This area's good. Actually, no, you know what? No, you get the lightning. Because I don't like your faces. Okay, I think we're good now. I think we're good to go. Yep, we are. Okay. Let's go have ourselves a nice race, shall we? For Hopper the Legless. Ready for a race? Hopper the Legless is going to kick your skelly butt. Ready, go! Wow. Real challenging, aren't you, sir? Yeah, oh, this is so bad. I'm totally going to lose. Oh. Oh my goodness. I'm impressed. You managed to get a record of 31 hours and 27 minutes. Perhaps I can finally retire. The next lost soul is over here. The ruler of Rad set sights on my darling elephant dragons. Repel that repulsive rodent before he sends my precious pachyderms packing. Let's hear the condemned nurture. Let's still not doesn't happen. Right here. Huh. Thank you for showing up alone. I appreciate it. Right, dragon armor time. Now let's see if I can actually do this without waking the serpent. Just for the heck of it. I think I actually want to be careful what I use here, because I think if you use the wrong weapon, it may set him off by mistake. Let's see. Because there are two mummies in here. There's one to the left, one to the right. Let's see. Oh, I am pretty lacking ammunition. Okay. Something wrong mode is then. Because you can't actually do this without setting the serpent off. You just have to be very ginger about how you do this. Please do not eat my face this time. I know you're giving me the eye from inside that chest. You see these bones you want to chew on, but please don't eat my face, don't eat my ribs, don't eat my torso, don't eat anything, please. So now, I'm just gonna go. Have a nice evening. You didn't see anything. I'm just a skeleton in armor with a magic shield and a magic sword. Getting the heck out of here. Goodbye. Bones and Namon. He can find another skeleton. I'm sure there are other skeletons in the world that he could be swallowing whole right now. He'll live, or half live, because he's a spirit. Excuse me, coming through. Alright, now on to the lake. Which was, well, my least favorite level in the original game just because the enemies were annoying. But, oh well. I actually kind of don't hate this level as much as I used to. But, it's fine. I think what I should probably try to do is use a more, range approach to the Guardians there. Let's see if that works. See if that does any justice. Let me use the flint one. I should also buy more arrows when I get a chance. Okay. And this time I will actually kill these White Watchers over here because I don't want to get spotted. If I can help it. Oh. Okay. That's fine. I never had a problem with this whole as a totally take on my range strategy, especially the narrow. Yeah, I guess I should have done that, when I put it originally, because melee attacks are good, but especially with the magic sword. But if they're gonna keep blocking as often as they do, then I guess maybe using like bows and arrows are a really good way to deal with them. I'll see how that works for me this time. Okay. I have these runes. Just making sure. More slower bit effect. Yeah, especially because, well, it's also that, because you want to deal with you actually, getting, running around all over the place with these narrow passageways. Okay. This actually works pretty well. On laptop working, so I'm watching you and Mage. Oh, thank you, Lone. You can kind of double the streams, double the fun. While you're there, aww. Okay. Well, I suppose we have to compromise somewhere. That's fine. Do you mind? I'm trying to go and bask in this glowing green light of health. Okay. I'll also need to get that fixed too, I suppose. Okay, cool. Thank you, Lone, for showing up again. I appreciate it. Actually, I think the sphere's better for this, so I'm going to deal with the Watchers. Cool. Oh my goodness, okay. Yeah, spheres are the way they go for this level, looks like. Just 2 shots to Guardians. Please wait while I bathe in this ectoplasm and health. Exactly. Oh, give me something from this side. Cool beans. It's getting me excited to stream tomorrow. Yeah, Tally, I'm actually looking forward to your stream here because I would like to attend one of your streams because you haven't done much in a while. So it'd be a really neat change. I'm not gonna lie. It's fun, being able to show these games off to your friends. It's cool. He's going to be streaming that new Star Wars game that came out recently that I believe Asami and Sahama were streaming. Alright. Now brace yourselves because you have a boss fight down here. To the bottom of this whirlpool here, we can use the lost soul of Nautical Nakbar. Those villainous vermin are making their move. We rend those reprehensible rodents! For boss time against the Rat King Darok himself. And this guy is actually pretty especially difficult. Oh, he's already dead. Cool. My gentle giants are saved. You were sensational, Sir Dan. I love when games have this kind of joke bosses like that. Mysterio especially comes to mind from Spider-Man 2. I feel like I should have gotten spotted by that, but whatever you say, game. Okay. Spheres. Okay. And what's lost soul is kind of amidst all of these watchers trying to kill me. My poor merchant friend, first locked in a forest cage, now trapped behind the wall of vines. He just can't catch a break. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and get some stuff over here. Time to go do some capitalism. I think yeah, exactly. I believe actually I just saw that. I charged the they're called the Melamede Guardians, by the way. Well, there goes a lot of my money, but it's fine. Okay. Sure is. And now it's time to go for a walk in the woods as we revisit the enchanted earth. Okay. So, technically speaking, the Knight's Lost Soul involves this merchant gargoyle that's right in here, but, well, we first have to get this gate open, and we do so by committing the horrible, treasonous act of releasing the shadow demons once again. But first, let's go find a giant bird to raid the nest of. It would also be nice if these dragon toads would stop trying to poke me. Stop gnomming on me. I don't appreciate it. Thank you. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. All you gotta do. Very simple. Okay. Okay, big verb. Yes, you're very scary, but I have a magic shield. And then your German guy said so. I'm being poked, because these dragon toads are being obnoxious. And apparently Telly thinks he's one as well. I see. Ouch. Stop hitting me. Okay. One thing I'm also thankful for about this game in particular, though, is that, in the original version of this game, this animation of the Shadow Demons being awoken, it had these strobe lights that I feel like shouldn't have been in the game, because it's kind of, especially, it's especially difficult to deal with if you're photosensitive. I'm glad they really toned it back in this version of the game. It still looks nice, and I much prefer without the annoying strobe effect. It's okay, Lone, don't worry. Okay. Let's get the Shadow Talisman once more. Get a little some gold just because.
What have you done?
I've opened the way of the Savior. Oh, it's fine though. Like, I appreciate you, Lone. So actually, I'm gonna skip these guys here because I don't need to deal with them so much. Because now that we've actually reached the Shadow Demons here, this gate will open, and we can do the thing we have to do. Okay. So we use the lost soul of Sun Jr., son of Sun Sr., and this happens. These swindling vines are going to lift the shop. Make them pay! And Joel, you just break the vines. And that's it. There's cause of limitations on PS1 and the cause of interesting things for some other games in this era. I see. Okay. That's good to know. Hi, ladies. How you doing? I have magic arrows with your name on them. Well, that happened. Okay. Just so that I'm not feeling like tilted myself, but... One of the fog and tunnel was made because the PS1 couldn't render it. Yeah, actually, it was interesting because I believe there is a certain zombies map where they actually had to put fog in because it was so huge and they gave them even the PS3 couldn't quite handle it. Okay. So I kind of know what you're talking about there with the rendering. Okay. Our next lost soul is right over here. I heard Game Peregrine once captured the Serpent of Galamir. I dare you to open this courtyard door and see if it's still in there. You're not scared, are you? Of course I'm not scared. Why would I be? It's only an ancient serpent demon that wants to kill anything it touches. I mean, I've already killed him, like, twice already, so what's a third time to me? But, on the bright side though, I get to go to my favorite level again! Yay! The Haunted Ruins. Gotta say though, the shadow demons look kinda goofy if you look at them real close up. Alright, chickens, time to eat. Nope, wrong pile. This pile. See this pile here? There's a golden egg in this pile. Yes, a golden egg. And if you eat the green over here, you'll be able to hatch it, and then you'll be rich. What chickens want this gold? I don't know. That's for us to find out. Nope, eat the grain. Maybe I should think of your own vices. Okay. And we're in. Yeah, this is a particularly charming place, and I have to say, like I said in the last episode though, this is probably my favorite level because it creates such a fantastic atmosphere. From the level design to the music, it just does such a great job, and it really just sets the mood so perfectly. Also, I might be mistaken here, but this face here on the left, I could have sworn that was on a banner in the original. But, Okay. Time to go do some on a rescue effort. I know I don't have to do this if I want to, but I will. This would be a good egg. Well, to give everyone a nice spot with a nice view and a cozy fire, what more could you ask for? Well... That's what I'm saying. I should go over here.
Thank ye for rescuing us, kind sir. Forgive us, master. We have no pig to reward you, but we'd be honored if you'd accept these shiny, gold-colored stones as a token of our thanks.
A bit strange they can actually about cutscene even though you're not actually present with them, but okay. Appreciate the gold though, because since ammo is a bit pricey and I'm going to be using quite a bit of it, then well, any bit helps. Not to be able to find no barbecue. I mean, I guess that's one way to get a tan, I suppose. It's not the best way to get a tan, but it's a way to get a tan. Hello, Mace Knights. We're not throwing prep lollipops because the textures are actually good. Okay, so the Soldier mentioned the courtyard of the castle, which we are, and we have to go over here to this little metal gate. We use the soul of Daring D. Castro. Wait, the rumors were true? That's your problem. I refuse to die again. So yeah, once again, Serpent of Galmir, just whack him in the head. He goes away, and we can get on with our lives. And that's it. Lost Soul is up here. Okay. I saw a giant crow up in the crow's nest, largest I've seen. Wonder if it's still up there. Down we go. Right. Hello, you giant flaming portal of hell. How are you doing this fine evening? Like, seriously, why would you have this? And what is it with games and having levers that just blow the castle up? Oh, hello. Excuse me. I hear your castle's up for sale. And it seems to be quite expensive. What perks does it have? It has a lever which blows up the castle. Let's see, like the first Breath of Fire, there was like castles that did that. In Final Fantasy V, there was a castle that did that. Like, what is it with some games and having levers that just for castles that just inexplicably have a lever that blows the whole damn thing up? Like, what is it with these load-bearing levers or load-bearing bosses? I suppose. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess if they're in, that's a good point here. We have to have some sort of compromise, I suppose. Also,
Sir Fortescue, noblest of my courtiers, bravest of my captains. Oh, that we should meet at such a dark hour, with the fate of this realm lying once again in your hands. Good God, Fortescue, what's happened to your jaw? Bad luck, old man. Now look. Zarok's army of shadow demons hide beneath us within this very mountain. They prepare as we speak to invade Fair Galonia. If we are to thwart his plans, we must bring down the castle on top. We must unleash the lava behind the floodgates. I can take you to the gate's control lever, but you alone can pull it. Of course, it's a highly dangerous mission, even for a dead man. I dare say that when that fiend sees what you've done, he'll make sure you spend eternity in the most unspeakable torment. But then, I know these things mean nothing to a man of your iron will. Eh, Fortescue? Splendid. Good luck, old friend.
I just say on a random note here, every time I see the king in this version of the game, I can always think of Zachary Hill Comstock from Bioshock Infinite. With the element, he does kind of look like Comstock. Alright, Dragon Armor ready. Let's do the thing.
Has been released, Sedan. The castle is collapsing. You will not have long to defeat the stone golems and escape the ensuing inferno.
I also have to say here that this version of the game here, they made this escape sequence. I mean, if you read what I put in the Discord here, they kind of made this. I feel like it's not as tense as it should be. But for one thing, one thing I've noticed here is that they give you quite a bit more time in the original, or in this version of the game than they do in the original, which, I mean, is okay, I guess, if you don't really know the layout so good. But it's like, there's no, aside from the fire, though, it's no real indication that it doesn't look, I feel like the castle's actually coming down. Like, it's more like just, oh, there's fire everywhere, oh, that's so scary. But whatever, it's a thing, I suppose. Alright, release the boulder. And off we go. Alright, time for the ghost ship. I've got to do some noms, so I'm going to be writing down some way head out to introduce your stream here, and I'll have to see what. It's been done in as little as 20 seconds here. Yeah, I guess if you were kind of rushing, I suppose, through it here, then it's done. It can get done pretty quickly. I mean, I could totally see that if you really didn't have much, if you weren't going for the chalice here and you weren't trying to kill the demons or anything. I suppose you could just really speedrun the hell out of it, but.
Captain, I thought you ought to know we have a stowaway on board. I've told the men to scour the decks for him.
Good! I want that scurvy dog dangling from yon yard arm by his bowels!
Is that really necessary? Couldn't we just give him a good tongue lashing and drop him off at the next port?
Look! There's not a man-jack on this ship who wouldn't keel-haul his own grandmother for the silver in her hair! There'll be no tongue-lashing! Bring the landlubber to me and I'll tear him a new orifice!
I will note also that the captain, he looks kind of a bit like Davy Jones. I feel like that was intentional. By the way, I like it. Alright. Excuse me, skeleton. I don't have time to deal with you. Okay. Excuse me, just gonna take this rune off your hands and be out of here. I'll leave you alone. Don't worry, you can go do your... whatever it is you do in this room. Planning things, I suppose, and making weird skeleton noises. Excuse me. Not tonight. Can I get that energy vial? I actually would like to get that energy vial if I could. Okay, cool. Oh. I guess I didn't fill this bottle, okay. Okay. I'm not gonna jump down here, because I believe the lost soul is... yeah, it's right here. Okay, cool. I once was a captain, but my pirates mutinied due to my lack of a convincing pirate accent. My soul remains trapped in time. Perhaps that was fake clock and set me free. Okay. Boing, boing, boing. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that is kind of scary, actually, I'm not gonna lie. This section actually wasn't as bad, I really remember in the original, but here it's just kind of a little bit spoopy. Right. Now for this lost soul that we're going to use here, we want to make sure to ride this lift up. Okay. Up to the crow's nest. They want to go this section right here. First let's deal with the officers. Or the officer, rather. This time don't run off the ledge, please. Thank you. Okay, right here. We use the soul of Barrelman Badito. Well, I suppose there'd be no crow here. Wait, floundering fish members, there it is! Look out! And yeah, basically what's gonna happen here is, it's gonna just summon a pair of dragon bird legs that are just gonna kind of chase after you. Har har, that was a close call. 'Tis the dangers of having our ship so far up from the sea. Yeah, I've noticed that too here. That actually wasn't so terrible. Pirate Slimmers and Night Slimmers indeed. Okay. Time for boss time. Oh, he went right. Okay. Huh? Oh, it's clean enough. Okay. Oh dear. I'm in a pickle. He's in a pickle. You know what? Forget this. I'm gonna have to use it anyway, so might as well. Okay. So now we get to now go back to Weird Town, Galomir, with a time device. A sunken chest with no booty. Actually, Lone, I'll give you that. That's a pretty good one. That's great. You know what? Just for that, you get an on-mic clap for that. Alright, now for this one, you have to set it to... Okay. Gold is down, silver's to the right. Do you mind... Time for a bad dad trip. Oh, I'm bracing myself. Well, there you go. You got applause. So for this also, we have to basically just go to the center of this giant clock here. If I to please stop trying to kill me. Only clock with 4 legs on its side. A timetable. That's pretty good. And let's help Captain Kaufman. If I recall correctly, the big hand should be set to a number of force fields, and the little hand to a number of brains. I believe that means that the gold should be on 2, and the silver should be 4, which in this case is going to be Pisces. All the way around, actually. It's 2 and 4. Remember right. At last, I'm stuck in a clock no more. Now that I'm free, I can finally work on my pirate accent, maybe. And there we go. These clocks. I'm being patient. Up we go. Oh, I see. That's why I missed the guy. He kind of just jumped down there. I didn't see he actually did that. Okay. Oh yeah, there are 4 brains. Oh, that's right, because there's also the one that's in one of the stations. I see. That's right. This one's gonna be... Okay, I believe that is... Okay, so silver is all the way right, and gold is a little bit to the left of down. Okay. It's Libra and Gemini, I believe is what that is. Okay. Indeed, Mezzo. It did get remastered. Actually, and it came out a little under a month ago. It was October 25th, as a matter of fact. Once again, this. Make ourselves a nice little square. And their last boss hill, I do believe, is going to be right over here. It is I, Sir Sloane the Dragon Spider. Do you know how many dragons I've smote? Well, none yet, but we can change that to the dragon statues of Xerox Hall. These clocks. These clocks! Alright. Any more eyes I'm missing? No? Okay. These darn clocks. Okay. But Dan can, since even Dan can't be at times gentle. Push. Can't be times gentle push. I suppose. Oh, I see. I hope we had a fun stream. Actually, I believe if I recall correctly, this actually might be close to the end of the stream, because, if I recall correctly, Sir Stallone is actually the last episode we have to actually, finish. Thank you for stopping by, though, Lone. I appreciate it very much. Someone's in the boiler guard shrub. Alright, and off we go this way. Not this way. One more. Sorry I couldn't catch this before, I better say hi before off to bed. Yeah, this is actually a pretty fun stream. You've actually caught the stream about close to the end, I would say, because I'm actually about to finish the last part of this, if I remember this right. Because we've done pretty much every level that I'm aware of. All that remains now is this last soul. But, I mean, even still, Mage, just the fact that you show up here is nice, and I appreciate it very much. Well, I actually finished, I technically finished the game last stream, because, you know, I got all the chalices, and I saw the good ending of the game here. The point of this bonus stream, as I may have said some time ago, is that this is basically me doing a side quest that was added to the remaster to get a pretty neat little reward. That's all this stream really is. So, if you wanted to see the streams, in case they've been removed from the self-promotion threads that I put them in, you can also check out my YouTube channel. I've uploaded both parts there, if you wish to see them. Alright. Cool, well, I'm off to bed, so and then I'm off to bed. Catch you later, dude. Okay, thank you, Mage. Have a good night. So, we finished this quest where we started it, in the entrance hall. And so now, these dragon statues that Sir Sloan spoke of are down here, by the exit. I'm gonna want the lightning after this, actually. Okay. With him here, we would stand in the center of this nice little floor mural, and we talk to Sir Sloan. Time to slay us some dragons! On guard! And, well, dragon toads. And once you do this,
you have set all the lost souls to rest. Your legacy will be legendary. Just know that legends are often not as crystal clear as the current world in which we live. Time can make things fuzzy, but the people of Garamir will remember you fondly nonetheless.
And that's the side quest complete. And you may ask yourself, well, what's this reward that they ask us to, you know, what's this reward for having us gallivant about the world against it, you know, once more? And I will show you. I mean, they're dragon toads. There's technicalities in this, so it's acceptable. So now that we've actually done the side quest, if we go back to the title screen, there's a new option that we can see. And this is something I will admit I did not expect them to do. They actually added the original game. The full original game for you to play. Which, if you think about it, is really cool, because when you bought this game, you technically, without realizing it, got a 2-for-1 package. That's awesome. And yeah. It even has the original startup and everything. Oh, I'm like being a kid again. Oh, this is so cool. Yeah, I'll admit, I don't even tell you how happy I was when I first saw this.
In a time long ago, there lived in the kingdom of Gallowmere a sorcerer named Zarok. This arrogant, pitiless man hated his fellow citizens for their simple and peaceful ways. So he raised an army of demons and set out to take the realm for his own. The king's champion, Sir Daniel Fortescue, led the militia into battle against this unholy horde. Songs are still sung of how he spearheaded the charge deep into the accursed multitude, how demons fell before him like wheat before the scythe, and how at last, though mortally wounded, he destroyed the sorcerer utterly. Fortescue went down in history that day as the hero of Gallowmere, and a time of peace began, which was to last for 100 years. And then the sorcerer returned.
I'll admit, even though Lonnie Manila did a pretty good job as the narrator in the remaster, that narration is just, I love it. So yeah, we get to play the original game, and this is something I actually might consider doing in the future. But seeing as I just finished the remaster, it won't be for quite a while. Obviously, to give people kind of a rest from MediEvil for a while, but I would very much be willing to play this on stream for you guys at a much later date. It'll be my pleasure. And yeah, there it is. And with that, folks, that's the stream. Everyone that came to watch, or even if you're watching this in the future on YouTube, yeah, exactly, that's why I like it, because it just sounds so good. But yeah, thank you very much for attending the stream. Or if you're watching in the future, thank you for taking the time to view my videos. This has been a great time. Alright, well, I appreciate it, Mezzo. Thank you very, very much. Once again, I've uploaded the original 2 parts for my MediEvil stream on my YouTube channel, Lobster Cortex, the same as my Twitch, if you wish to watch it. So with that, I'm signing off. Have a good night.